Hello everyone, welcome to Fraser Not the Exorcist, and today I'll be doing the August 5th edition of the Christian Rap Roundup. And of course, based on the thumbnail, you know why I'm here, alright? You know why I even considered doing this one. Um, my last video, which was like, not my like literally the last video, but my last Christian Rap Roundup, which was about, well, not about, but just basically the reason why I did the last one was because Rockstar JT had dropped a new single, a single that I really liked, and this time I'm doing it because and because Lecrae just dropped a new single for his upcoming mixtape Church Close 4. Yeah, let's start off with song number 1 that I'm interested in. Torey Deshawn featuring 1K Few. So good. I'll be right back. Alright, Torey Deshawn featuring 1K Few. So good. Now that was really good. Not gonna lie, I was expecting it to be a bit disappointing. I don't know, just like Tory's past like one or two singles, like, well, just one single, that one that he had with No Big Deal. I think it was called Scam Likely. Wait, was it? No, it was Catfish. It was Catfish. Catfish. Did that one? Look, just Catfish kind of disappointed me. I didn't like it as much as everyone else did, but I really like this new one with 1K Few and the theme that they have going on here. As soon as I heard the church choir in the background, I kind of didn't think that I was gonna like it, but just like the way how they were incorporated into the song moving forward, I think was really like well executed. So basically, the song's about well, it's basically about them thanking God for like getting them out of trouble and for forgiving them and for like always being with them. But the part that like really kind of like hooked me in was the part in the chorus where where they say like, you never know what you have until it's gone, so like, but I guess I'll never know, or so I guess I'll never know, but something like that, right? So it's like kind of like looking at what they had in the past before they were walking with God, but they and and they just like don't even like care about, well, it's not like they don't care, what am I getting, yeah, they just don't really care about what they had before they were walking with God, because whatever they have walking with God is unquestionably better. So that's basically what the song's about. And 1K Few's feature was really great as well. I especially liked his melodic moments. They're both really nice at those melodies and harmonies in the song, and especially when they start like trading them back and forth and doing them close together. That was really well executed. So yeah, overall, So Good is a really soulful and just nicely done song. So overall, I really liked it. I thought it was great. So I'll give it um a solid 7 out of 10. I'd say about a 7 out of 10. I'm really feeling it. So yeah, really good start. So let's move on to our second song. I'll be right back. For song number 2, we have a new song by the UK Christian rapper SO called These Days. I remember listening to a project from this guy from a while back, but honestly, ever since then, I haven't really checked out any of his new stuff. Never really interested me like that. But I'm sure that this new one's good. These days, don't know what to expect really. Hopefully, it's not just generic UK rap kind of sounding stuff. Alright, These Days by Esso was a pretty good song, in my opinion. Pretty soulful beat, emotional sounding kind of beat. And yeah, it really works for him. Throughout the song, he sounded really not emotional, I'd say, but just like focused, very focused throughout the track. The song is basically about him saying like how hard it is these days. Like, is that lens flare? I think it is. Anyway, um, yeah, he just it's basically about like how hard it is for him and other people these days, and how he looks to God to keep him stable. Just basic stuff like that. But yeah, it's but with songs like this, there are a dime a dozen. So it's all about the execution, and it is well executed by him. The rapping is good. The chorus is good as well. Not much to really say about it. It doesn't really stand out really in the bulk of songs that sound like it, but it is a well executed, like, just like it's one of those songs. It's well executed, I think. So overall, I give it about a 6.5, I think. No, um, because it's not bad, and I do really like the beat. The melodic piece at the end was also well done. Well, not like that well done. It was all right, honestly. It kind of, you know. So yeah, overall, I'd give it about a. Oh, I don't know if I'll give it a 6 or a 6.5. But by the time I edit the video, I'll decide whether it's a 6 or a 6.5. So you'll see it on the screen. So let's move on to song number 3. For song number 3, we have "Work Real Hard" by JohnO, featuring Swoope and Jackie Hill Perry. Now, I have no idea who JohnO is, never heard the name in my life, but I do recognize these singles. I have liked a few Swoope songs in the past. And Jackie Hill Perry is one of those Christian rappers who, like, I've kind of known about them ever since I started hearing about Christian rap, but I just never really listened to any songs from them or anything. So this should be interesting. The song is pretty short, only 2 minutes 49 seconds. So interested to hear what it'll sound like. So I'll find out. I'll be right back. "Work Real Hard" by JohnO, Swoope, and Jackie Hill Perry. I'm guessing JohnO is the producer because he doesn't actually appear on the song, and it's one of those like sampled chorus, like "Spit a Hot 16" kind of rap songs, and it's really good. It honestly is. I really enjoyed it. Swoope went pretty hard, really hard on that first verse there, and Jackie also did a really good job on the end there. Um, I liked Swoop's verse better because he really went into this story of like of like whether he would work as hard as he does if he didn't know that it was gonna be a success, or just like, oh, just it is about. I was trying not to say the title of the song when I was describing it, but it's basically about, well, his verse was a story about him working really hard, but it's not really like literally about him working like just a typical working really hard on his craft. It was about, about working really. I don't know if I don't know. I just can't really describe it right now. But it was a nice story to his verse. Jackie Hill was a more typical, God bars kind of verse, but she also did a really good job with her lyricism and her flow on her verse. And as a short, like very lyricism centered, sample heavy rap song, it works well. It works well, honestly. It's a pretty good song. which is why overall I'd give Work Real Hard by JohnO, Swoope, and Jackie Hill Perry a 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 seems fair. Would not go back to it. Honestly, it's not that good, but it is really good at what it is. So I can definitely understand there being an audience for it. So yeah, overall I give it about a 6.5, and not much else to it. So let's move on to song number 4. For song number 4, we have a new single by Jude Barclay called Face ID. Now, I've done a lot of Jude's, well, not a lot, but in almost every Christian rap roundup that I've done a song by Jude Barclay, and I've liked pretty much most of them, most if not all of them. So, expect this to be no different. So, let's find out. Face ID is not a rap song at all. I'm not just realizing that Jude isn't actually like a rapper exactly. I mean, like, he kind of raps sometimes, I guess. Kind of sometimes you can consider what he does to be melodic rap, but it's, I don't know, it's not like most of the time he's not rapping. So he's not really a rapper. But yeah, Face ID is a pop song about the Face ID on his phone being the only one who knows him because his girl left him, and she was the one who knew him exactly. So yeah, it's a cheery, well, not like cheery, it's a heartbreak song, but it's it's a pretty well done, average, like regular pop song about this. It's certainly not unique or original in any sort of way, and Jude's voice, and Jude, like, well, he doesn't have the best voice to begin with, but it's okay. It's not unpleasant to hear. It's fine. But he just doesn't do anything really to add much to the formula, to the regular, like, modern pop formula for most that most, like, artists, especially male artists, kind of do. And yeah, so it's just a pretty basic, pretty, but also pretty good pop song. Simple, easy to get along with. It's not bad at all. So honestly, I give it about a 6, I think. I can't give it a 5. I'm not sure if I'd give it a 5.5. That's too close to a 5. So I give it about a 6. Honestly, for the audience that likes this kind of small, like, easily digestible, just average heartbreak pop songs, sure, I could definitely see you getting into it. So yeah, about a 6 out of 10 for me. I'm not gonna go back to it or anything, but it is a good song. I can definitely recognize that. So yeah, that was pretty good. Let's move on to song number 5. All right, for song number 5, we have a new single from Apex Frazier called "Slow It Down," which features Battz. So of course you know why I'm listening to this one. Apex Frazier, well, looking at his discography here on Spotify, I can see that I reviewed a song of his, Pool Sharks, that he did with Mike LV on one of my earlier Christian rap roundups that I did. And I can't remember if I liked it or not, but I'm pretty sure that I like didn't hate it. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure that I liked it well enough. So not sure what to expect, to be honest. I I don't know. I didn't go back to the song or anything. So but of course, like, Battz always gives good performances. Of course, he's one of the up and coming, definitely, I think, one of the future leaders of the Christian hip hop genre. Like, coming soon, I think. So yeah, let's see what they would have to offer on this single, "Slow It Down." I'll be right back. All right, Slow It Down by Apex Frazier and Battz. First things first, that beat is not good. All right, that like I can kind of see what they were going for, like mixing the heavenly sounds with the regular rap beat stuff, but it did not mix well. It's not like the actual mixing of the song. I think that was fine enough, but the styles that they tried to mix on the instrumental, well, at least the producer tried to mix on the instrumental, did not work well at all. But the actual performances on the instrumental itself, those were definitely good. Apex did a good job. His voice, I mean, his verse kind of ended awkwardly, in my opinion, like with him trying to put some little motivational stuff at the end there. I don't know. I think he should have just like ended it at some point and then just let that be that instead of throwing in some extra stuff. And Battz, of course, as always, delivered. There's not much to talk about. There isn't really like an overarching like, I don't know, like story or anything like that. There's not anything to really break down or anything. It's just one of those short, no hook, two verses, modern kind of rap songs. But that beat is a really big turnoff. So honestly, that beat was not good at all. The styles that they tried to mix in there just did not mix at all. But Apex did a good job. Battz did a good job, as always. Overall, I because of their performances, I don't hate the song at all. I thought that it was pretty good. So, definitely not going back to it because of that beat. But overall, I'd give it about I don't know. I don't feel like giving it a 5.5. It's like it's not that bad. It's like it's like a 6 maybe. Nah, it's a 5.5 out of 10 for me. Both artists give a good performance, but I think for the first time ever, the beat just brought everything down, everything crashing down for me. That beat is not good at all. I do not know. I mean, I think Apex shouted out the producer at the start of the song. I think his name's Cam or something like that. But this was not a good first impression at all. It was not a good first impression at all. So yeah, Slow It Down, 5.5 out of 10. Pretty decent, pretty good. Just wish it had a better beat. That would have knocked it up a few notches for me. So yeah, that's about it. Didn't hate it. So let's move on to song number 5. Wait, is it 5 or 6? I'll figure it out whether it's 5 or 6. Wait, no, it's 5. It's 6. Okay, I figured it out. We're at song number 6 now. So for song number 6, we have a new single. I think it's a new single. A new single by Kid Triss called "Call on God." Now you're probably wondering, why am I listening to Kid Triss? Now, Kid Triss is a very interesting rapper in my opinion. I will never forget my introduction to this guy. It was way back in what was it? I think it was 2020. I think 2020 or 2019. It might have been 2020. Cause I made a whole video calling this guy the Christian XXXTentacion, and how him and this other guy, I think his name was Wilson or something like that, were totally ripping off X and Ski styles at the time. And yeah, and it was not good to me at that point, but I don't know, I still find it well, that situation just kind of sticks in my head, and so I'll forever just like think about that when I see his name. So just to check in on him, because I don't like actively listen to his stuff. I see like ever since then he's dropped like whole projects ever since then, because the last project that I remember being out for him was Deserter, and that was all the way back in 2019. So yeah, he's got a new single called "Call on God," so let's hear what it's sounding like. this should be interesting. It's only a minute and 16 seconds long, so definitely interested to hear what this sounds like. So I'll be right back. All right, Call on God by Catrice. I can definitely see why it is a minute and 16 seconds, because it feels more like a demo, or like a unfinished idea that could be turned into a full song. It's one of those like bass heavy, well, at least on the on the drop for the chorus, it's really, like, really bass heavy, like you know, like the kind of bass in the song where it kind of like just kind of like muffles the sound of it and stuff, like that kind of bass heavy. And I'm pretty mixed on it. I'm pretty mixed on it as a whole. Kid Trish's performance, well, just like the beat isn't that good. Honestly, it's not a good beat in my opinion. Kid Trish's performance on the song, he was kind of hard to make out at times because of the really heavy reverb, like it was like echoing in both ears as I listened with the earphones. I think he had too much reverb on him, and auto-tune does not sound that well mixed, or at least not as well mixed as I like it to be. So yeah, just like kind of the like the way how he was, and like whatever he got it, like the end of whichever sentence he was saying in his lyrics, he just kind of mumbled in the last parts, I think. And it just kind of like came and went, to be honest. It just like, I don't know, it's like, as I said before, it just kind of sounds like an unfinished idea. I think just could have used some more time in the oven. I think it just isn't well made enough. I can see how this could string along into a good song, but in its current state, as just a minute and 16 seconds of two short verse. Well, was it two? No, it's like one short verse and like two refrains of the chorus. It's just not terrible, but it's not good either. I think I don't know, it's pretty bad. Well, it's not pretty bad. It's just like, it's like regular bad. It's not pretty bad. It's like, like this could definitely have been something better, but in its current state, it's not good. So overall, I give it about a 4.5 out of 10. Not average, so it has to be a 4.5. Sorry. So yeah, Kitcher's Calling God, 4.5 out of 10 for me. I can see how it could be better, but as it is, it's not good. So let's move on to our seventh and final song of this week's Christian Rap Roundup. And at number 7, our final song of the day, we have the entire reason why I decided to make this video in the first place, and that is to review Lecrae's latest single, Spread the Ops, from his upcoming mixtape, and the final mixtape in this set of mixtapes, Church Close 4. It's the fourth and final Church Close that I think is coming not too far from now, probably in a month or two. So this is the first single from it, Spread the Ops. I've been seeing nothing but good reception all over Twitter, it's just Twitter. So I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, about how good it is and why, and how and even like a couple people were saying this is why he's still the best that Christian hip hop has to offer, and that is very high praise. So let's see if it's warranted, and let's see if I agree. Lecrae, Spread the Ops, my review. I'll be right back. Alright, Spread the Ops by Lecrae for the Church Close 4 mixtape. Was it worth making this entire video for? Was it worth waiting basically 30 minutes to get to this point? No, but that does not mean that it's a bad song. In my opinion, it's. All right. Let's just go through the positives first. All right. First of all, what is the song about? So the song is basically about I don't know about Lecrae dealing with fake people, dealing with people who hide their intentions, and basically, well, the chorus is basically the kid choir, or it sounds like a kid church choir, basically asking God to spread the ops, which is basically like don't let them near me, like keep the enemies away from me, kind of thing. And overall, it was a good song. It was a good song in my opinion, but not worth the wait, not worth. I mean, like, is yeah, but it's not like it was like a rough journey or anything to really get to here. But I definitely was not expecting this to not be the best song that I've heard for the day. But overall, at least what I like best about the song is the church choir that sang the chorus of the song. I think that part is really catchy, and it really blended well with the instrumental and all that. He did a really good job of that. But in my opinion, everything else surrounding that, like even the beat in itself and Lecrae's performance, it was just kind of standard Lecrae, because Lecrae's been like doing it for a while now, ever since he released his first album in, I think it was 2006. And at least ever since I've been listening to him, at least ever since I found out about him back in like 2016, 2017, he's had this thing that he's been doing in his music, and I can't really I can't really describe it. It's like a certain he's developed a certain type of subject matter, and just like a certain way of rhyming it, and a certain way of expressing himself on a track, and he's been kind of doing that repetitively over his projects, like ever since I found out about him, like what, like 5 6 years ago. And it's something that I've been noticing in all of his projects, and I think that that's what he does here. I don't know, like that doesn't really clearly explain it, but you can kind of understand what I'm getting at, I'm sure. It's just a standard Lecrae song. Honestly, I don't think that this shows his prowess over CHH at all. I don't, honestly. I've never thought of him as the best. Oh, I've just never seen him as the best. It's not like I've heard all of his stuff, but whenever people call him that, I just, I just never really see it. But as a song, "Spread the Ops" is a good Christian hip hop song. It's not cringy. It doesn't sound outdated. Well, no, it's not outdated, but it does sound pretty just pretty standard stuff for Lecrae. He's done songs like this in the past. It's not anything special, and there's just not much about it. It's a 3 minute song, and it's good. It's not bad. It's just expected, regular, standard, tried and true Lecrae. And if that's what you're into, if you like his regular standard stuff, not his best type of style in my opinion, then this, then this should do it for you. In my opinion, I think it's a pretty standard song. So overall, I give it about a 6 out of 10, about a solid 6 out of 10 in my opinion. Was kind of expecting to like it more, but I don't know. It's just simple. It's two verses, three refrains of the chorus, and that's about it. It's nothing special in my opinion. Beat isn't special. Lecrae's performance isn't special. The only thing that stands out to me is the church choir being used. Well, that's not like unique, but it's the thing on the song that's the best executed in my opinion. So yeah, overall a solid 6 out of 10. Kind of disappointed, I can't lie. I can't lie. Those reactions and people sharing their thoughts about it on Twitter kind of got me up about it. So yeah. But yeah, overall, out of everything that I listened to and reviewed today, I definitely recommend the So Good song by Torey Deshawn and 1K Feud. That is a great song. I might actually change the rating on that one. Actually, I think I might give it like a. I think I might give it an 8. I think I might give it an 8. But you'll see when the video comes out. So, if you've made it all the way to the end for the Lecrae song, the reason why I did this entire video, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. So yeah, this has been the end of this edition of the Christian Rap Roundup. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when I upload next. I like to see comments below. I do not get a bunch of comments, but definitely feel free to share whatever thoughts that you have about the songs or about my video in the comments below. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. God bless.